Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. This is the tarot reading for people who are interested in improving their manifesting ability. And to that point, you are only going to see what you're seeing on the screen right now for the next 12 minutes or so, however long it takes to do the tarot reading. This is it. I want to minimize visual distractions. If you are watching a two-dimensional screen, it could be your smartphone, it could be your desktop, laptop, even television. If you're watching a two-dimensional screen, you automatically, in your mind's eye, become a spectator, not a participant. And to manifest, you have to be in the participant mode. So, all you will see is this one picture. The other thing that we do is change the interpretation a little bit because we are working from a very different spot. We're working from your perspective. And what I want to do is create a storyline that will inspire you. If I can inspire you, if I can reach into your subconscious, that enhances your imagination, enhances your manifestation, and it all works out really well. So the idea is to set what is inside of you already, set it free. That will help you manifest. Inspiration, that's where you and I are headed. So, you see the picture on the screen. As you know, if you've been watching, bottom row, top row, the middle card in the bottom row, the middle card in the top row are the first and last cards I read. By virtue of that fact, they're important, they're influential. So, the first card here, up front, in the middle, the Oracle card, community. It's a nice word, community. And if you put the right spin on the word, it is the only way to live. It's family, but it's a family that you sort of choose, not the one that you're born into. Now, the one that you're born into may be perfectly fine, but more often than not, for most people, there is family and there is family. And the family that you attract to you as you are moving through life, in many cases, is more comforting, not more important. More important are the original family you were born into because that sets the programming. It's like puts the data into your computer, and by the time you're 5 or 6, you have the basic information that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life. So the genetic family is very influential, but they don't necessarily have to be more important than the family that you acquire as you move through your life. So, let's talk about family, shall we? That is the first card, community. Okay. Coming together. I wouldn't say for a singular purpose, but you share values, you share common directions, common philosophies, common feelings. It's a very comfortable place. It's a very reassuring place. So, bottom row, all the way to the left, we begin with the card, the Lovers, one of the major arcanas. Lovers talk about relationships. They may be romantic love. They don't necessarily have to be, and more often than not, when I'm doing manifesting, they really are not romantic relationships. What they are is a signal that you have to make a choice. What are you going to be attached to? What are you going to be connected to? Or, to put it another way, what are you going to love? Who are you going to love? Because that's what the Lovers are all about. It's the question. Where is that connection for you? Okay. Big, big, big. Next card up, Page of Swords. Pages always change the storyline. Swords are thoughts and ideas, and so the page here allows you to embrace new challenges, to be honest with yourself, to have integrity. And through all of that, you revitalize your thinking possibilities. So you may be very likely in a position right now, like many of us actually, of finding new community. The last 3 years have pulled the curtain back on the scam that we called civilization. We now have seen over the last 3 years very clearly that psychopaths have been running the world for a long time. Weren't aware of it. Didn't have to be aware of it. But the last 3 years have shown us you better be aware of it. So the idea of connection, of community, of family is very important now. Maybe more important than it's been for hundreds of years, maybe longer. Finding people who you resonate with. Same frequency. Very important. Who do you want to be connected to? That's the lovers. The Page of Swords says, be open to the possibilities. Don't shut yourself off. Keep an open mind. Keep your honesty, keep your integrity. That's the only way you're going to heal. The Star card coming up next, because that's what the Star card is really all about. Yeah, we can talk about hope and guidance, and that's important and beautiful. But it's also a question of harmony. It's also a question of healing. There's a balance to the Star. How do you find that balance? That's the next card. Last card, bottom row. It's the Chariot. The Chariot is getting a direction, sensing a direction, because that's what the charioteer is doing. He's not really guiding these Sphinx-type things. On almost every tarot card I've seen representing the Chariot, there are no harnesses. The charioteer is directing by willpower, by focus. And that's what it's going to take for you. If you are looking for family, if you're looking for that community, you have to be clear about yourself. What are your goals, your ambitions, your values? And be extremely clear so that you send out a very clear, decisive signal to the universe. That frequency will attract your community, your family. Up top, all the way to the left, the first card there, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, very much like the Page of Swords. It says that more than simply wanting that honesty, that integrity, you have it. You may be afraid to use it, but you have the capacity, the Knight of Swords says, to be incisive, to act with certainty. And it shouldn't be particularly that difficult, because the next card to it is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is loss, regret, living in the past, sadness. And if you look at the card, yeah, you can see it. Here this guy is on his knees, looks like he's despondent, unhappy, emotional. That's because he's focused on the 3 cups that are poured out. There are 2 cups behind him that are full. He's not noticing the good stuff. He's noticing the bad stuff. And on other tarot cards, they also show just a little ways from where he is at. If he would just lift his vision and quit looking at the negative, focus on the positive, there's a bridge to a castle, not that far away. The better stuff is there right in front of him, but no. He can only look at the pain. Now, some people in a perverse way actually enjoy the pain. It's what they're used to. That's what they're comfortable with. So rather than go on to something different, something better, but something that they're unfamiliar with, many people just go, no, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm used to the pain. I'm used to the pain. I'm used to the pain. You're not in that position. You have an opportunity right in front of you, probably in the next month or two, to glean on, to pick up what it will take to help you find community, your family. What it will also take, next card over, Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, especially when it comes to manifesting, threes are always our mind, body, our spirit, working together cooperatively. So the Three of Wands says that you are ready to pursue the unknown. You're ready. But the next card says this is what you got to do to get there. You got to quit thinking your way through this. You have to feel your way through this. The next card over is the Four of Swords, thoughts, ideas. Four of Swords calls for recuperation, retreat, de-stressing, a time out. That's what you need. Quit like the Four of Cups person, dwelling on the negative. Focus on, like the Three of Wands person, the future. Focus on what the possibility. I know you think it's a long ways off. How could I possibly get community? How could I possibly find my family? You can do it. But you got to quit thinking your way through it, feel your way through it. And the final card, vice versa card, again, we get the Star card. The Star card is healing. It's hope. It's guidance. It's relief. And again, it's a situation where you have to trust. It's an act of faith, frankly. But that act of faith is very, very positive. Rather than looking at the 3 cups that are spilled in front of you, you are looking at the 2 cups and the bridge and the castle off in the near distance. Not far. Close. But it's a little bit of a journey. But you can see him from here if you're using that Three of Wands energy properly. The blending of the mind, body, spirit for enthusiasm, positivity, creativity. You set your personal frequency right, and you will tune in to your family, to the community that will touch your spirit. You can do this, but it's up to you to feel your way through it, to find that frequency within yourself, and you will match up with others at that same frequency. It's a beautiful thing. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another tarot reading. Hope you're here with me. If not, peace and blessings. Oh, and as usual, one more idea. Do something inspiring for yourself.